After you have done setting the My Invoice portal, then you can now enter into the Million software to setting your company information. First of all, you can go to System General Setup. At this part, you can see the company name, address, BRN, phone number. And you can key in your company name, address, BRN. For the BRN, we suggest to use new BRN instead of old BRN number. And for the phone number, also need to follow the newest format from LHDN. Need to add country code at in front of the phone number. And also the email is compulsory to fill in. After have setting up the general setup, then you can go to the more company setting. Inside the more company setting, for the street, postcode, city, state, and country is also the compulsory field. And for the PayPal part, you no need to fill in because this is for the Singapore. But for the address entry, you can change from unformatted to formatted. And then last but not least is the E-Invoice part. For the E-Invoice part, the information all you can get it from the My Invoice portal, such as the tax identification number. For the MSIC code, if your company have more than one MSIC code, you can tick and choose more than one MSIC code and press OK. So the maximum MSIC code is 5 MSIC code. And below is the business activity. You can also key in your business activity. And also for the start date, you can key in at here. So strictly noted that the company setting and the general setup is for your own company setting, not for your customer or supplier company setting. Okay, please note that for the e-invoice part, we are teaching for setting the live portal setting. It is not for sandbox testing. So now let us go through how to setting for local customer maintenance in Million software. First of all, you will need to go to debtor maintenance, and edit one of your customer. And inside the following, you will need to fill in the billing address, phone number, email, business registration number, and also the tax identification number. Please note that the phone number must include the country code with no symbol or spaces. For example, if you are using Malaysia country code, you need to put in +60 in front of the phone number. For your additional information, you may refer to the image provided on screen right now, where the required fields are highlighted in red and is compulsory to fill in. After we have done handling local customer, we can now proceed to foreign customer setting. First of all, inside the debtor maintenance, you can choose one of the Singapore customer of your foreigner customer to edit the customer details. And inside the billing address is not compulsory to fill in, but for the state, you must fill in not applicable because the state is for Malaysia state only. And for the country is also important and is compulsory to fill in the country code. Next is the BRN and the tax identification number. For the BRN, because the foreigner don't have the BRN number, so the BRN you can leave it as blank. And for the tax identification number, there are three general themes. First is EI0010, is for buyers only provide my card or my temporary identification number. The second one is for foreigner buyer, that thing is not available. So you can choose foreigner buyer, that thing is not available for your foreign customer. For reference, please refer to this image provided where the required fields are highlighted in red. After we have done setting for debtor maintenance, Million also have some quick update features such as update address to formatted address and update theme from Excel file. So now let us start from update theme from Excel. First of all, you can click the quick update button and then you can click Update Tin from Excel. After that, you can tick the box and click the template button, and it will prompt a message to show that are you sure you want to generate. After you pressing yes, it will show the Excel file. So inside the Excel file, it will have all the information about the customer information. So you will see a text identification number column at here, and you can directly fill in all the TIN number inside this Excel file and save. After you have saved, you can press the import button and press yes, and you can choose the Excel file that you saved just now and import back the TIN number into the Million software. After you have import back, you will show the import complete message. You press OK, and then you press save, and the customer TIN will successfully updated to your Million software. So now let us enter into a quick update for address to formatted address. First of all, click on update address to formatted address. And then on this part, you can either formatted the billing address or delivery address. So take example, if I would like to formatted the billing address, I can click the billing address. So second step is click the copy all button and click yes. After the address has complete update, you can press the save button and press yes. So please note that while the system updates the address based on the latest available data, formatting may occasionally vary depending on system output. We sincerely appreciate it if you could take a moment to review the update address to ensure it appears correctly and meets your preferred format for documentation purpose. After we have done setting for debtors and creditors part, we proceed to the stock part. For the stock part, there are two categories that need to setting. First one is classification code, the second one is unit of measure. So these two category is compulsory to fill in. First of all, for the classification code, if you are the first time to setting the classification code, you can press the classification word and enter inside the classification details. And if you are the first time to setting the classification code, it will be blank at this column. And you can press the generate button to generate all the classification code. After you have generated all the classification code, if you want to choose the classification code, you can choose it by clicking this button and then choose the classification code at here. And the second one for the unit of measure is also the same. If you are the first time that setting for unit of measure, when you click the button of unit of measure inside, it will look blank. You also can press the generate button to generate the sample unit code. Please note that the unit code is not all the code. And for more code, you can refer to LHGN website. Million software also include a convenient quick update feature that allows user to directly update TIN using an Excel file. First of all, you will need to click on the quick update and go to list and update. And at this portal, you can click export to Excel and press yes. After you have pressed yes, the system will directly generate an Excel file for you. And at this part is the product list. And you can see the product code, description, group, subgroup, brand, unit, price, text code, and classification code. You can directly put in your classification code inside this column. Million software also include a convenient quick update feature that allows user to directly update TIN using an Excel file. After you have filled in all the classification code, you can save the Excel file. After you have saved it, you can go back into Million and press the import from Excel button and press OK. And you can choose the Excel file that you saved just now. And it will prompt a message that show you, are you sure you want to import the data? And you can press yes. And the message will show import complete. Then all the classification code will directly import into Million in one time. After that, you just need to click on the save button to save all the information. So for now, it's a step for sending standard e-invoice. For Million Software, we have two methods. One is manually submit, the other one is directly submit. So now I will present how to manually submit through Million Software to LHDN portal. First of all, you can issue the sales invoice normally. After you have issued the sales invoice, if you want to submit the e-invoice, you can go to sales report, and at the 17th section e-invoice document, you can double click this section and you will enter into the Million Software e-invoice portal. So if you want to submit the invoice, you can tick the invoice and send, and it will prompt you the message that, are you sure you want to send? You press yes. After you have pressed yes, if the record is successfully sent, it will show the message that record is sent. Then after you have sent the record, if you want to check the status of the invoice, you can go to show document and filter the send and click on the refresh button. And at here, it will show all the sent document. And if you want to check for the status, you can press on the invoice and click on the status button and press yes. After checking complete, if the invoice is valid, means that the invoice has been validated by LHDN. The next part is about handling mistake cancellation and amendment of standard e-invoice. Please take note that this step is for within 72 hours. If you make a mistake, you can cancel the e-invoice within 72 hours. First of all, you can go to sales report, and e-invoice document. At this portal, you can filter the show document to send and then click on the refresh. After you have clicked on the refresh, then you can choose which invoice you want to cancel, and then you can tick on the invoice and click on the cancel button. For this part, this is the LHDN rule. They require you to fill in the reason why you want to cancel the e-invoice. After you have filled in, then you can press OK, press yes, and it will show the update is complete. After that, the message will be cancelled. And then you can go to amend your invoice under the sales invoice part. Okay. Example, you want to change the price, then you can change it at here, 30 ringgit, and save. After you save it, if you want to submit the e-invoice again, you can go to sales part, e-invoice document, and then filter the show document to send, and then you can submit again by tick the invoice and clicking on the send button, and then it will be submit again. So please note that this step is for within 72 hours. After your invoice is submitted over 72 hours, you cannot cancel. Instead, you must issue a credit note if you want to reduce the amount, and if you want to increase the amount, you can issue the debit note. Next is about how to submit consolidated e-invoice. So just now we have tried to submit the standard e-invoice. The first type is the standard e-invoice, and the second type is the consolidated e-invoice. So for consolidated e-invoice, for business issuing in many small sales transactions daily, Million supports consolidated e-invoice, which bundle multiple transactions into one e-invoice. So how to issue consolidated e-invoice? First of all, you can go to sales, cash sales, and then you can issue several cash sales as usual. After you have issued, if you want to submit the consolidated e-invoice, you can go to sales, sales report, e-invoice document, and then you can filter the document type as the cash sales. And then the second one is to tick the consolidated e-invoice button and then click on refresh. After that, all the cash sales will be shown at here. And if you want to submit, you can tick both cash sales and then click on send and click yes. After click yes, you can filter the show document to send and click on the refresh button. And then all the submitted cash sales will be shown at here. So please note that all transactions sent in one consolidated e-invoice, they will share the same UUID and the QR code. The QR code will show a general buyer name and total amount. And as mentioned, you can look at the screen. Both UUID, they will be the same because they share the same UUID code.
I will now talk about how to issue and submit for debit note and credit note. I will start from debit note first. To create and submit a debit note in Million, first go to Sales, Debit Note. Then click Add to create a new entry. First of all, choose customer code. And then you can choose the invoice number that you want to debit. After that, you can choose the reason. You can use the system default reason or type on your own. In the body section, select the relevant product. Enter the correct quantity and price and save the note. Once done, you can go to Sales, Sales Report, E-Invoice document, set the document type to debit note, and tick Refresh. After you have clicked the refresh, then tick the debit note and click Send to submit to RHDN. So to check if the debit note is accepted by RHDN or not, you can go to Filter Show Document as Sent. And then tick the debit note again and view the status. If the status shows valid, it means that RHDN has accepted it. Next, after we have done with the debit note, let us move on to the credit note. The steps are quite similar. First, go to Sales, Credit Note. Click Add to create a new credit note. Select the customer code. Choose the related invoice. And then key in the reason. So for the reason, you can either use the system default reason or type your own manually. In the body section, select the product you are giving credit for, enter the correct price and quantity and click Save. Once the credit note is ready, go to Sales, Sales Report, E-Invoice document, filter the document type as credit note and click on Refresh button. Just take the credit note and click Send to submit it to RHDN. So to check the submission status, set show document as sent and click on the refresh button. Tick the same credit note again and check the status. If it shows valid, that means your credit note has been successfully accepted by our RHDN site. Next, let us go through how to create a refund note. Although the refund note is created from the credit note script, it serves a different purpose. It is used for refunds, not just return. So we need to first set up a specific document number in the system to differentiate it. This setup helps the system recognize that you are issuing a refund note, not a standard credit note, and prevent any confusion. So first of all, you can go to System, Administrative Tool, and go for document number. At this document number section, you can create a document number for refund note. Example, for the type, you can choose for credit note, and for the document name, you can put it as refund note, and for the prefix, you can put RF. This is just for the example. So the document name and the prefix you can fill in by your own. And the important thing is for the refund note, you must tick. After you have ticked, you can save and save again. And here, if you want to issue a refund note, you can go to Sales, Credit Note, and add one credit note. First of all, for the document number, you will need to change to refund note document number. After you have changed to refund note document number, the title will also change to refund note. And then you can choose for the customer code, choose the invoice number, and put the reason. And at the body side, you can choose which item you want to refund and type in the price. After we have done issue the refund note at the credit note section, if you want to send to RHDN site, you can go to Sales Report, E-Invoice document, filter the document type as credit note, and click on refresh. And then you can choose just now the refund note created and tick the refund note and press send button to send. If the refund note is successfully sent, it will show a message that is record sent. And then you can filter the show document to send, click on refresh, and tick the document and check the status of the document. If the message shows valid, it means that the refund note is validated by RHDN site. Create a credit note for cash sales. First of all, you can go to Sales, Credit Note. Make sure you have debtor account created specifically for cash sales purpose. This is important as the system requires a debtor to process credit note. Once you are in the credit note screen, select the cash sales debtor account. You can leave the invoice number field as blank and be sure to select a reason for credit note such as sales return or discount given. After completing the header section, we'll move to the body section and enter the item details along with the amount you want to credit. Once done, click Save to save the record for credit note. To submit this to RHDN, you can go to Sales, Sales Report, E-Invoice document, filter the document type as credit note, and tick the Consolidated E-Invoice option. Then click on the refresh button. After that, select the cash sales credit note you just created and click submit. After submission, if you want to check the status to show if the credit note is valid or not, you can filter the show document to send and click on the refresh button and tick again the cash sales and check status. After you have checked the status, if it's show valid, that means your credit note has been successfully accepted by RHD and signed.
So now we'll enter into supplier part. First of all, how to maintain creditor or supplier profile for self-bill. You can go to creditor maintenance, and edit one of your supplier or creditor details, and fill in the details similar to customer profile such as address, country code, phone number, email, business registration number, and TIN number. For reference, you may refer to the image provided above, where the required fields are highlighted in red. Next, we'll talk about the handling foreigner creditor setting. First of all, address is not compulsory, and the state you must put as not applicable. And for the phone number, the country code can according to your foreigner country. And for the BRN, if you don't have the BRN, you can leave it as blank. If you have passport, you can use the passport. And for the tax identification number, also TIN number, because the foreigner supply don't have the TIN number, so that you can use the general TIN, the EI0030. It is openly for import transaction where the foreigner supplier TIN is not available or not provided. For reference, you may refer to the image provided where the required fields are highlighted in red. Now is for the last part. The last part is how to do cashbook payment for self-bill invoice. First of all, make sure that the cashbook payment already record in general cashbook payment here. After you have record the cashbook payment here, you can go to purchase invoice and add one of the purchase invoice. Make sure that the purchase invoice document number, you choose the purchase self-bill document number. After that, choose the supplier code and you click on the generate and click on the payment. So for this payment, you can retrieve record from cashbook payment. After that, tick OK and save. After you have saved, if you want to submit, you can go to purchase report, E-Invoice document here to submit the cashbook payment. So for the cashbook payment that we have made just now, the system will auto unpost the account entry to avoid double posting. Now we will talk about how to do purchase return. First of all, you need to go to System Administrative Tool, Document Number. Inside the document number part, you may need to add a purchase return self-bill document number. So inside this, make sure that the self-bill document is ticked and press save. After you have saved, you can go to purchase return and add one purchase return. Make sure that you choose the correct document number. After you have issued the purchase return, if you want to submit, you can go to purchase report, E-Invoice document, and at this E-Invoice document portal, you can filter the document type to self-bill CN and click on refresh. After that, tick and send the document. Now we will talk about how to do consolidated self-bill invoice. First of all, you can go to purchase invoice, and you can issue the self-bill invoice as normally. And if you want to submit as consolidated, you may go to purchase report, e-invoice document. So make sure that for consolidated e-invoice is ticked, and you can click on the refresh. After that, tick the bill that you want to consolidate and submit, and click send button and press yes. After that, when the record is sent, you may filter the show document to send document and click on refresh. And you see that both of the self-bill, they share the same UUID. That is because they use consolidated method for submission. So for consolidated method, both of the invoice, they will share the same UUID.